My fellow American patriots, those who love this country and those who love this land, America is being broken down step by step, in total secret, behind our backs. The American corporate media, radio, newspapers, and TV have said nothing. And the talking heads on radio and television, they never touch the real issue, except Lou Dobbs. I think he's a great patriot and a great man. For example, we were never told about GATT. Now, it's going to sound like I'm being repetitive, but I want to say to you, stay with me, because it's going to go over something in the past, but I'm going to introduce a new subject. The general agreement on tariff and trade, we might have been told superficially, but regarding something so important and vital to the American welfare, there was no national debate. This is because a super-rich power elite wanted it to slide through unnoticed because it meant huge profits in their pockets. GATT, the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, which our Congress and President Clinton signed, that took away protection from the American worker, forcing them to compete with the 25 cent an hour slave labor from China, India, Vietnam, Bangladesh, and the Philippines. Our factories and good-paying jobs were outsourced and sent offshore, killing American cities and towns, and our government never lifted a finger. I call this treason and betrayal of their Pledge of Allegiance to the United States. They lied. They told us it would be good for us. The reality is the U.S. trade deficit with China reached a high of $29 billion. So how good was that? They made $29 billion off of us. And the Chinese can sell to the American market. The deficit with India is $14 billion. And it is $5 billion with Mexico. So they're selling us goods. They're making and we're getting poorer. See how we were betrayed? It is intolerable and totally unacceptable. America is being betrayed by its own government, and they have violated their Pledge of Allegiance to America. I pledge allegiance to the flag, to the republic for which it stands, one nation indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The second betrayal, the treasonable act, is the destruction and elimination of our national borders. When our government under George W. Bush, allowed illegal slave immigrants and workers freely to come across our borders. This was a two-pronged attack on the American worker. Not only were the jobs being shipped away, but then these cheap workers came in here and were willing to outsell our... It is invasion and assault on the American worker who's being undercut by these illegals crossing the American borders, and there needs to be resistance. Shame on those government officials who had sworn to protect us. Here again, they were favoring big business at the expense of the American workers. On October, listen to this, on October 21st, 2011, the first trucks, commercial trucks, came across our border. They came across our border freely crossed into the United States, able to go back and forth at will. Previously, they had to stop at the border and transfer their cargo to American trucks. Obviously, American truckers will lose their jobs. Now listen to this. Bruno Ferrari, a Mexican Secretary of the Economy, said, please listen, with this program we are initiating a new stage of competition, of prosperity, but this is the point, of regional integration. Did you hear that, my patriotic friends? Regional integration. That means the complete breaking down of our borders. That means the elimination of our national borders and the joining of America, Canada, and the United States into one single region called the North American Union, taking away America's independence and sovereignty forever, becoming part of the New World Order and new government. We must resist this and never allow it to happen. We are no longer an independent nation. We are part of a North American Union. Now you can say, Ken, you're just like the others. You're complaining. But do you have a solution? The answer is that I do have a solution. But the proper and I have the proper and only solution. But first, I want the American people to be conscious and aware of the treason that has been committed against us. I want you to become an American jury. Our government has betrayed us. They are guilty of treason. Come to treasonagainstamerica.com.us, and cast your vote, guilty or not guilty. I want to talk for one more second about this regional integration. It is the destruction of our country and the taking away of our borders. Ladies and gentlemen, it is so serious. Let's get together. Let's vote on this, and then we will move on. As I said, I believe, the correct solution. But let us first take care of this problem. First things first. Thank you.